Hello everyone, I hope you are doing great. In today's opportunity, we're going to be studying lesson 2 of unit 8, What's She Like? In the last video lesson, we talked about personality adjectives, yes, and family members. And in this opportunity, we're going to be moving on to talk about appearance, physical appearance. So, for the first part of the lesson, we have a reading activity. It is called fashion sense. Do you like fashion? Now let's see. Here you can see the reading. It is called changing image. So we already know that this is going to be about past fashion trends, right? And how they have changed over time. What I want you to do first is to find these things in the pictures that you can see here on the reading. So try to find a wig. Where can you see a wig? Here, right? He is wearing a wig. Maybe picture B as well, right? Probably. Jewels. Where do we have jewels? In this image, she's wearing some jewels, right? A beauty spot. What is a beauty spot? In Spanish, we call them lunares, right? In English, they are beauty spots. Over there, if you see closely, they both have got beauty spots. A necklace, what you wear on your neck, right? And makeup. She's wearing makeup. She has got, she's wearing a lipstick, I think, and over here, I think, as well, right? So these are things that they can define your fashion sense. These are accessories that a lot of people like to wear. Now, let's see. It says, read the guide to an exhibition on the history of fashion. Which part, 1 or 2, talks about fashions today, fashions in the past, clothes, hairstyles, and skin? Pause the video now and try to find which part 1, this is all part 1, or part 2 talks about the following things. Okay, so let's check your answers. Which part talks about fashions today? Part 2, right? And here we have the word. So which part talks about fashion in the past? 1. Which part talks about clothes? Part 2. Which one talks about hairstyles? Part 1, right? And which one talks about skin? Part 1 as well. Here we have hairstyles, skin, and this part is about clothes. Now, read again and answer these questions. I'm going to try to make it bigger. Read again the text and try to answer these questions. Why did people in Northern Europe want to wear wigs? Or why do they have to want pale skin? Or have a tan? Number 2 says, what is a sari, of course? What can a sari often show about the person who wears it? What about a bindi? And what's the difference between the way women and men dress in India? If you don't know the answers, you can pause the video now and check and read again. So let's check. Why did people in Northern Europe want to wear wigs? Why did wigs become popular? Well, here we have that the King Louis, right, started to wear wigs when he was bald, right? And then fashionable men follow this trend, right? Because they wanted to be like the king. So they shaved their heads, right? Or they tied back their hairs, maybe on a ponytail, like or a bun in that case. And then they wore wigs, right? To not copy but follow the king's trend, right? They wanted to be a bit like the king. Yes. What about pale skin? Pale skin, why is it popular? Well, here we have that it showed that you didn't work outside in the fields, right? You didn't have to work outside under the sun. So having pale skin was a signal that you had money, right? And that you didn't have to work outside. Now, the opposite, have a tan, became popular years after when Coco Chanel came back from holiday with a tan, right? And then a tan showed that you had a lot of money again and that you could travel to hot countries, right? So first we have pale skin is popular because you don't have to work outside, and then tan skin is popular because you can go on vacations and not everyone has money to go on vacations, right? Now let's see. Question 2. What can a sari often show about a person who wears it? First, what is a sari? The traditional dress of Indian women. And what does it show? It can show a woman's age, occupation, religion, and where she comes from, right? So depending on the type of traditional dress they wear, you can identify those things, right? And then we have the bindi, right? The bindi is the red dot on the forehead, the one that you can see here, right? That is a bindi. So traditionally, the bindi show that someone is married, right? But nowadays it said that unmarried women often use bindis as well because they think they are fashionable, right? They are trends. But initially, it was to show that a woman was married. Now, what's the difference between the way women and men dress in India? Here we have that most Indian women wear traditional dress. But the men, right, they usually wear Western style clothing. What is Western style clothing? Shirts, trousers, like what we wear here, right? Comfortable clothes. Yes. Now, there are some villages in which men are still more comfortable wearing traditional clothing. So this is more of a preference thing, right? Sometimes within that, women wearing traditional clothes and men that don't do it is kind of like sexist maybe, and it has to do with gender issues because why women and men not, right? But sometimes women, they like to wear their traditional clothes. They feel proud of their culture, and it's something that we must respect, right? Because we don't understand, we don't have that type of culture here in our country. So sometimes it's difficult for us to understand these type of things, right? Now, of course, we're not going to do this speaking activity, but you can do it or try to analyze and reflect on your own, right? Because we are going to work with this, but not, of course, in this opportunity. So keep in mind, try to answer these questions, try to make reflections on that, right? And because we're going to use it later on. Now, let's continue. So here we have vocabulary about appearance. Yes? And here we have 3 different ways that one can use, right, to describe someone's appearance, right? three different expressions that are often used. The first one is the verb to be. Verb to be is usually used to describe someone's height, someone's weight, right, or body structure, and to give sometimes opinions on someone's appearance. So for example, here we have she is or he is very tall, he's short, medium height. These are all about height, but you can also use the word slim, right? She's slim or she's overweight. Those are common words that one can use. I'm going to teach you some offensive and inoffensive ways to talk about body structure. Now, so you understand that, for example, saying that someone is fat is not very appropriate, and that there are other ways that other vocabulary that you can use, right? He is bald, for example. This is also another physical description of that person. And she's beautiful. When we give our opinions, right, or we use adjectives to describe people, we use the verb to be. She is or he is, right? Then we have the expression she's wearing or he's wearing. This one is used to talk about clothes and accessories, things you put on your body. Yes? For example, makeup. She's wearing makeup. She's wearing jewelry. He's wearing glasses. She's wearing high heels, trousers, a jacket, a dress, right? Sneakers. Any type of clothing item or accessory that you can put on, yes, and then take off. We are going to use them with the expression wearing. And the last one, that is one of the most important in this unit, and we are going to be studying this on our online session on Monday, is the expression has got or have got, right? We use have got mainly in this opportunity to talk about appearance, facial features, right? Hair, eyes, skin, yes? Things that represent your appearance in a way, right? Things that you can perceive apart from being tall or short, right? Or slim or chubby or whatever. These are about hair, eyes, skin, right? And things like mustache, things you cannot take off at any time, right? So we say she's got long or short hair, he's got blue or brown eyes, dark, pale skin, a tan, and so on, right? Try to think of yourselves and try to use these expressions with yourselves. Like, I am very short, for example. I am very, very short. Yes? And I've got long brown hair, right? And I've got small brown eyes. Yes? Try to think this as for yourselves and try to describe yourselves using this vocabulary. Now, if you go here, you can see that we have two examples. It says, in these sentences, have got means the same as have, right? Have got is a very British expression. It's very common in British English, but in American English, have alone, it's more common. So for example, if I say they've got or they have got pale skin, it's the same as saying they have pale skin. She has got a special necklace. She has a special necklace. The important part here is that for subjects I, you, we, and they, we're going to use the expression have got. And for he, she, and it, we're going to use has got. Yes? So, try to complete this box with the words that are missing. The first one is a question. For subjects you, we use the word have. Have you got glasses? And the answer would be, yes, I have. No, I haven't. Positive sentence, they've got pale skin. This is the short form. They've got or they have got. And for negative, we say, I haven't got a lot of jewelry. I haven't got a lot of jewelry. For he, she, it, we use the verb has. So we say, has she got a tan? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. She's got a bindi. She's got a bindi, or she has got a bindi. He hasn't got a beard or mustache. He hasn't got a beard or mustache. Now, for the last activity, I want you to complete this paragraph about another picture in the exhibition and use the correct form of have got. So please pause the video now and complete the exercises. So let's check. In the mid-18th, right, 18th, in Northern Europe, it was important for people to look clean and tidy. In this picture of a British couple, they aren't wearing wigs and they have got plain and simple clothes. The man has got short hair, a beard, and a mustache. The woman has got long hair, tied back, and she hasn't got any makeup. They haven't got any jewelry. When we use the expression any, we know that we are talking about a negative sentence. Okay? So that's it for today. We're going to be talking about this in our next online session on Monday. So if you have questions, you can ask me then or write to my email. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye.